Here we go again. Now guys, I'll tell you, I believe the quick disconnect feature on the Kubota BX is one of the best features about the tractor. Unfortunately, it can also be one of the worst if you don't take good care of it and if you don't make sure you go through some steps to keep it clean and operational. So today I've got a couple of quick tips that I'm going to share with you to make sure that you keep your quick disconnect clean and operational. And one of those, very simple. The other one is a brilliant idea that I stumbled across in a Kubota Facebook forum, the Kubota BX Owners Group, where a fella by the name of Kurt Lindsay shared an idea that he had, and I thought it was brilliant. So I wanted to make sure that everybody saw it because I think it'll be something that will help you keep your connections clean. Now first, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of story about how I messed up the first simple step to keeping this from leaking when I went to connect my loader just a couple of nights ago. And I made a mess in my barn. Every single week during the summer, I take my loader off, I put my mid-mount mower on, and I mow the yard. And I came in here the other night and I needed to use my loader because I actually needed to clean out this duck pen that was behind me. And what I do, I take the board with all the wood chips on it, slide it up on the loader, take it out and dump it, scrape it off and redo it. Well, I came out here, I was wore out, it was time to quit for the day. Wanted to put my loader on real quick and take care of that. So I hooked up my quick connect here, and it actually, when I went to put the lever down, it was really difficult to press down, but the tractor was shut off. Now what I failed to do was move the loader arm around and relieve all the pressure in order to make it easy to connect. I just was in a rush, and I slammed that connector down, got her connected, fired it up, and it sprayed hydraulic fluid all over my floor. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I've already had this quick connector taken care of under a service bulletin where they repaired it with the new ones, and I've not had any issues since that repair until a couple of nights ago when that happened to me. Now, I'm going to take the blame for that because I didn't slow down enough to relieve the pressure off of it before I made that connection. That's the first suggestion I'm going to make to you about this is every time you disconnect or reconnect, make sure you turn the machine off, roll that lever around real quick to make sure the pressure's off of it. You won't have any trouble getting it connected or disconnected. It won't be under high pressure, so hopefully you'll take good care of those O-rings. I don't believe I did any damage because I shut the tractor off, released that pressure, and disconnected it, checked everything out, it looked good, I reconnected it, and it does not leak. So I think I'm safe, but I came across one more suggestion that you've got to know. Now guys, one additional step that you can also take to make sure that you keep your hydraulic coupler working properly is to make sure you keep them clean and use these caps. Now, if you're like me, and maybe you're not, maybe you're smarter than I am, but if you're like me, you've always thought these caps were totally worthless because when you have your loader connected and they're just dangling, they're filling up with dirt. And from like day one, mine were full of dirt, so I just kind of wrote the caps off as well. That would be a waste of time to put those on because they're full of dirt. I came across a brilliant idea to make sure that they don't get full of dirt. So while I'm mowing, I'm going to connect these caps just like that, keep them clean while I have my loader off. When I get ready to put my loader back on, here's what we're gonna do. I simply have two little pieces of 1/2-inch PEX pipe. Now you can use CPVC if you want to, but I had PEX on hand, so that's what I used. This was Kurt's idea, by the way. I mentioned that earlier in the video, but I want to make sure he gets credit because he's the one that shared this picture on the forum that helped me decide I need to share this in a video. So when you get ready to put your loader back on, you pop these caps off, your 1/2-inch PEX pipe fits perfectly inside these caps, just like that. So when we pop these off of here, we'll slide these pieces of PEX in here and they'll be down here out of the way, staying clean until the next time we take our loader off. And when I take these off and I get ready to mow, we're just gonna pop these out and throw them in the little toolbox over there and save them until next time. Now, with these caps on, they're gonna stay clean. And as far as this goes, very simple to clean off and reconnect. Just a super simple idea. That's another way that you can help to protect your piece of equipment. Because in my opinion, while a lot of people suggest changing these couplers out to 4 separate connections, to me, one of the greatest parts of the design on this is how quickly you can take the loader off and put it back on. And the biggest part of that is that quick disconnect. So if you have to switch it to 4 connections, then you've got, 4 to release. You're gonna have to get off the tractor to do that. I just don't want to make that change unless I have to. So I'm gonna take every step that I can to make sure that I keep that quick disconnect operational. So today's suggestions are, before you move the quick coupler, make sure you turn the machine off. Work that lever around to relieve the pressure. The second, keep these connections clean. Use your caps and some 1/2-inch pipe to keep them clean while you have your loader on the machine. Guys, I love finding ideas like this, and I share them not to take credit for the idea, but to get the word out on things that I think will help other Kubota owners take care of their machines and have fewer frustrations. That's a big part of what this channel's all about and why I share these details. Because the more we know, the better we can take care of our equipment, and the more we can depend on it without it being broke down. A big thanks to Kurt Lindsay from the Kubota BX Owners Forum. If you're on that forum, give him a big thank you and tell him that we're shouting him out on the channel because he had a great idea that he shared with the group. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day. Now guys, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get to mowing.